Hello, America. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to my review of 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After, the first part of the tell-all. But really, I'm really feeling like next week's episode is going to be 3 hours. Because did we even really see? We saw an hour. They didn't change the Sims logo. We see an hour of Colt and Larissa. Had to be an hour. And then we see an hour of the tell-all. And they said it's a 4-parter. So let me tell you something. If this shit is 3 hours next week, y'all, I don't know how I'm gonna do 3 hours work. Cause it took me about 2 hours and 45 minutes to watch the whole show. Cause I was stopping and starting every single second. Because it was just so like they was hitting me. This is what I've been waiting for. The drama, the entice, the creme d'or. Okay, this is what I was waiting for. Okay, magnifique. Okay, magnifique. School is almost summer semester is almost over for me. I am gonna go back in the fall. So depending on when those classes start, I might only have about 22 days of complete just relaxation. But in those 22 days, I do want to be a real woman. So me being a real woman, I want to start a natural hair care series because, you know, as you can see, this is my hair. And homegirl really don't feel like doing any more crochets. And I just need my hair to breathe for a minute. So I want to try out things with my hair. You know, I'm good for a ponytail, bitch, and some edges. But I want to try out flexi rods. I want to try out perm rods. Probably the same thing. I want to try out braid outs and wash and goes and things like that, even though washing my hair is a whole process. So I do want to come out with a new series. Now, I know you saying, you raggedy bitch. You said you was going to come out with a series at the beginning of this month. You're right. Okay? I am raggedy. But one thing I'm not is not going to come out with that damn series. Okay? I'm going to come out with the series. The series will be out. But when? That's the question. And also, I had a new podcast that I wanted to bring out. Y'all, I feel like I'm bringing out a lot of stuff. And I haven't even done the Awkwardly Acceptable podcast in like a good minute. I want to let you all know that by the time you see this video, I will have new material. I will have new jewelry up on my website. You will not find anything like this. But if you want something like this, I can make it for you. This is mine. I also want to let you all know that I figured out, even though this looked janky, I figured out how to make words. Oh, wow. Y'all know it? Should I turn it this way? No, y'all. You can't. Can you see it? It says love. If you all want any, statement necklaces or you have a special request that you'd like for me to make, I will be taking special requests at the beginning of August. We see Colt and his wife. No, not Larissa. His original wife, Debbie. They driving in a car. Colt got him a new car with AC and he said, "You want me to turn the AC on?" Should have got a personal trainer. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. He said it was clear that his relationship was over in the last few weeks and he'll do whatever it takes to get her deported so she can pay what she owe. Well, where is that from? We see Larissa. She looking good. Larissa always look good. Although we know that she got the, Botox and stuff. But, I can see that she got the Botox. Larissa didn't need no Botox, but hey, whatever. She is waiting for her trial. Her friend paid for her bail and she's living with her now. The friend's name is Carmen. Carmen says that she's been knowing Larissa for 10 years. They met back in Brazil. And honestly, that's what you need. That's what you need. If you come over to this country to be with some stupid ass American and it doesn't work out, it's always good to have somebody that has known you from your past life, if that makes sense. Larissa tells her friend Carmen that apparently Colt texted her and said, "I love you and I miss you and you can talk to me." And she says that she's not gonna fall for the trick. I think that it's a real trick because I think he gonna have ICE waiting there to deport her ass. Okay, I'm sorry, detain her ass and then deport her. So Larissa says that she filed for alimony because she don't have no damn money. She's not able to work. She's not able to support herself. So that should be Colt's responsibility. Colt doesn't believe that she deserves alimony, so he gets a divorce attorney. So they go to see the divorce lawyer. The divorce lawyer says that it can be a long process, and depending on if she gets deported, that could drag out the divorce proceedings. What I'm trying to figure out, why was Debbie there? Debbie is like, we just want this to be over. We. And I'm like, yeah, I know that it's the running joke that Colt is, but like, you had to take your mama to go see your divorce lawyer because you want to get a divorce. Like, Debbie is like, Larissa can't get the cats. And the divorce attorney looked at her like, okay, but anyway, Colt, because I don't know who this old lady is that you've brought in with you, but I wish you hadn't have brought in. Colt says that sometimes he toys with the idea of being back with her. We see Larissa. Larissa's getting dressed. She look all cute and stuff. She has a boyfriend. The boyfriend, his name is Eric. He's 26 years old. And he is completely infatuated with Larissa. When they went out to that damn fire pit, when I tell you he was rubbing on her damn legs, like she was the heat source. But anyway, Eric is a little bit creepy. I do have to, not creepy in the way that Colt is creepy, but he just gives me something. He just gives me something of like, maybe you don't want to go back down that path again because he may be young Colt. They go on their date. She talks about how she was sad about wasting her life with Colt. The producers ask Eric if she knows what she's going to court for. He says she's just going for, divorce. So the producers are like, Larissa, excuse me, what this man know? Because he don't know what he's supposed to know. Larissa says that she don't want to tell him, that she's going to court for domestic violence because their relationship is new and she doesn't want to influence or ruin their relationship. So she goes to see her lawyer, and if she hadn't been arrested 3 times for domestic violence, she could have went after him. Okay, he looks like a much more stable person, and he looks like he's maybe closer in her age. And he, I ain't saying he a cute man, but I mean, she should have went after him. But I guess you can't be with your clients, and after the 3rd domestic violence suit, it's like, girl, you lost all privileges of trying to be with this man. Okay. Well, she tells the lawyer that Colt cleaned out the bank accounts and only left her with $38. So she rebuilt her life with $38. The lawyer said that since Colt will more than likely testify, it's our word against theirs. And he says that the punishment, if convicted, can be anywhere from a fine up to going to jail for 6 months. And if you get convicted, then it will definitely get you deported. Not convicted. I'm trying to figure it out. Because basically, I not if you get convicted, but if you like get found guilty on like the deepest of the deepest charges, you gonna go to jail. Because basically you're in limbo here. You don't have a green card. You just like living, and this will show that like you can't be living over here. We see Colt wakes up. Colt is like, Larissa texted him and he was confused and he doesn't know how to feel, which confused is the same thing as doesn't know how to feel. This is the first contact that she's given him in 2 months. So he goes downstairs to tell his best friend, his wife, his mother. he says that he heard rumors that she was with someone else, and he said that she asked for money, and Debbie says don't do it, don't fall in the trap. She wants you to drop the charges, and Debbie says that if need be, she'll testify against Larissa because she'll do everything in her power to do the right thing. So we see Larissa. Larissa calls Eric over. Eric comes over. And she wants to tell him the truth about the trial. So she's like, bro, I'm domestic violence. You know, I'm domestic violence, like me, myself. And Eric says that it worries him and it's a shock to him. But, you know, as long as he has the truth about everything and every situation, then he's going to be there for her. And then he's like kissing her. And I haven't seen Larissa kiss that man. Oh, no, I have seen Larissa kiss the man on the lips. I'm sorry, excuse me. I ain't see her kiss Colt like that. She gave Eric a good old... She ain't never gave Colt none of that. Well, I wouldn't want to see it. She asks Eric, is you with me or what? And he says, I'm with you, but you hide things from me. And I just want the truth. She says, bro, you can't handle the truth. I'm sorry. She says, I'll tell you what I need to tell you when I need to tell you it. But the whole scene of them on the bed seemed very, 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 I swear, if this camera don't focus, I'm going to get mad. Very, 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 very fake. Okay. It seemed extremely fake. And hold on. Y'all know the family Chantal is coming out tonight. Look, I'll watch the first episode. Damn, tonight. Don't the other way come on tonight? Y'all trying to kill me with these back-to-back reviews. Can a bitch breathe? I watched the first episode. If it is 1 hour, I will review it. If it is 2 hours, I can't. So it's the day of Larissa's trial. Debbie and Colt are there. Larissa is not there because her lawyer said, bro, do not come. ICE might be waiting to detain your ass. And we ain't gonna do it. So you stay your ass home, okay? So after they do the proceeding, it's found out that her lawyer got 2 more months to work on the case, basically to work out a plea deal so she won't, you know, face the brunt of the crimes. She asks if ICE would maybe be looking to detain her, and the lawyer says that they may detain you. They are their own federal bureau, so they can do whatever they want. So they may detain you from this time up until the date of the second court date. You know what I'm trying to say. Colt is very relieved that he doesn't have to testify, and he's very shocked that he didn't see her in court because he kind of wanted to see her. Debbie then says that as long as Larissa is in the picture, Colt is going to be in her spell. And I was watching this with my husband, and he was like, Debbie sounding like she just need to... Debbie sound like she gonna kill him. It sounds like a Lifetime movie. It really does. It sounds like a Lifetime movie where this is literally a Lifetime movie where your son has met this woman, your son is pulling away from you, and you like, the only way to get this woman out is murder. 5 weeks later, we see Colt. He's in New York because it's a tell-all. They got a divorce. Larissa didn't get anything in alimony, and she signed the divorce papers. And he kind of wants to see her today because he wants to confront her. We see Chantal. Chantal says that this is a very sensitive time in her relationship, and she doesn't want to relive some of the shit that Pedro has done. Pedro says that he's nervous that she'll find out about some of the things that he did when he was in the Dominican Republic. Ashley, let's see Ashley. She said she should have left Jay the first time because he's young and I'm dumb. Bingo, motherfucking bongo, bitch. You're right. We see Pedro. Ashley sits on the couch. Pedro is sitting next to her. Pedro is like, where's your husband? She's like, I'm not his babysitter. He's like, Pedro don't have no boundaries. And although, you know, that's cool and stuff to laugh and joke about, Pedro needs some boundaries. Pedro's like, so what happened? What happened? You know, what's really going on? Ashley's like, he's a cheater. He's just a cheating ass cheater. Pedro then says to the camera that Jay should be here because Jay should, you know, defend himself and have a say in what's going on, okay? So, we see Powell and Russ. Powell says that the relationship has been a little bit because that patient woman that she was when she was pregnant, she ain't that woman no more. And she be popping off, okay? And they can never get through a conversation without it turning into yelling fest. We see Nicole. Nicole looked so much better. Better. The hair. She made it short. She lightened it. So much better. Anyway, the producers said, okay, hey, Nicole, anyway, why'd you cancel that damn trip to Morocco? And Nicole said, some things are private. Nuh-uh, Nicole. What you ate for breakfast is private. Yes. What you did before you got on this show is private. Where you go to school or where you go to work is private. Yes. But when it comes to Asin, ain't shit private. Okay? I need to know. It's called 90 Day Fiance and y'all still fiancés. How long has she been engaged to this man? How long? We see Colt. Nicole goes in the room. We see Colt ask Nicole if Asin has ever been to the United States. And she says no. Then we see Pedro ask him, where's Larissa? And he says he doesn't know. And Chantal is like, well, he's probably happier without her. Colt then says, yeah, I'm so happy getting a divorce. And then Pedro says, well, you know, that's the happiest shit. And Chantal is like, why would you say that? Like, what's wrong with you? Why would you say that? What's wrong with you? Why would you say that? Pedro says, what I said is the truth. And Colt says, well, you know, love isn't enough. And Chantal says, well, no, it's because you loved your mother more than you loved your wife. Colt says that he loves his mother and he takes care of his mother, so you need to shut the fuck up. Pedro says, oh, don't talk to my wife like that. Don't do it, man. And Chantal says, you're supposed to be with your wife. You're supposed to stand with your wife. I think she was talking to Colt and she was talking to Pedro. But I think the reason why she popped off so badly is because she was mad at Pedro and Colt just got the brunt of it. He says that you need to shut the hell up. Colt says you need to shut the hell up and you don't know shit. Then we see like a 3-second pause. And she's like, don't talk to me for the rest of the tell-all. And then Colt is like 1 thing, 2 thing, 3 thing. Chantal goes outside, tells the producer that she can't have Colt in her room. And then when when Chantal leaves, then Pedro obviously gets up and follows her. First of all, why was Colt sitting like that on the couch? That's number one. But Ashley was sitting next to him. Ashley then gets up and leaves. So I really felt like Colt was in that room by himself. And that's what you do. Why didn't Debbie come? So we see Larissa. She is still in Las Vegas with her man. Now, this is the same man, Eric. But if you looked at his hair, certain points on the camera, his hair looked gray. So I was very confused as to, this is the 26-year-old that you were talking to? Why does some of his hair look gray? And then when he's talking, some of his hair doesn't look gray. What the fuck is going on? I was very confused about that. She says that she's not going to go to New York because she doesn't want Colt to do any surprise shit. So she said, I ain't going at all. Okay. So, you know, everybody's getting ready. They're like, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The couples come on. Nicole obviously is by herself. Ashley is by herself. Colt is by herself. They say that they can't get a hold of Jay, so they don't know where he is. They don't know if he's coming. Then all of a sudden, Jay is late, but he comes in. And he says that he's going to come because he wants to tell his side of the story. So the host's name is Sean, right? Not Shawnee, Sean. Sean asks about what happened because I can feel there's like tension in the room. Ashley says that Colt is just running his damn mouth. Chantal gives her side of the story, and Colt says that you're talking about family running somebody's life, but your family runs your entire life. And Chantal says, I really thought that he had to be joking because I didn't think the audacity that anyone would have the audacity to sit up here and talk about another couple when look at your whole ass life. We see Larissa on the screen. Larissa says that she wanted to be there, but, you know, she didn't want to get triggered by Colt, okay? Then Andre, out of no motherfucking where, says, Larissa's a scam. Bitch, you a scam. Where's your damn job at? Huh? Larissa says, you're wrong. I wasn't a scam. I had feelings for him. Colt then says, I'm sorry your life was such a living hell. I'm sorry I didn't do anything but love and protect you and be there for you. And Larissa says, shh, 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 shh. Colt, shut up. You're not going to play the victim, okay? And Colt, shut up. And he didn't play the victim. So, you know. So, they ask about the children. They fine. They cute. So, they talk to Ashley. She talks to Ashley. And Ashley says that they're getting a divorce. Ashley says that she's feeling very hurt and betrayed. And that after she got sick the first time, she had surgery. Then she got sick the second time. He flew back again. But then he cheated on her again. And Sean asks if he did cheat on her. And he says, well, she was talking to other people. She was talking to one of her exes. So I met some girl and I was talking to her. Ashley says that doesn't matter. We were still a couple. We were still sleeping in the same bed, you know, eating the same food. Powell says it's disgusting. You know, you're married. No, Powell says it's disgusting. Jay says, why? She says, because you're married. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, and then Powell is like, well, I can't expect anything from a 21-year-old. Girl, and in any event, we should all direct our anger to Ashley because you're the 33-year-old. Yeah, you should have more common sense and not pick a 21-year-old to be your lifelong partner. Like, what are you talking about? They show did they show Jay and Ashley? Yeah, or did they show all of I think they showed like all of the couples and, you know, they most fantastical scenes, and Ashley is getting emotional. She says it hurts her to have a failed marriage, and she loves him, but she knows that she deserves more. He says that he feels sad because he loves her, but he doesn't have any remorse because he can't change anything. And if she gave him another chance, he'd take it. But she's gonna have to change as well. So Powell says that he just wanted a green card, and Andre says that he doesn't want to be put in the same boat as Jay. But when I was watching another reviewer review 90 Day, she said, how could Jay have wanted a green card when homeboy didn't even get a green card? You, like, the person who is on the path of getting a green card is Pedro. Pedro hasn't done anything, and now he's like, you know what, I'm about to get this 10-year green card. Let me get my ass on up out of here. Jay was in a relationship for 3 months, and then 3 months and 2 days later, he cheated. So I'm trying to figure out, how did you get, like it just makes no sense to me. Like, you can't get a green card without the green card. We see Pedro. They asked Pedro something. Sean asked Pedro something. I can't remember. But Pedro says that he wants Chantal to be cool with his family, and her family is a problem, and her mother has a taser. And Chantal says, well, that was only after you roundhouse kicked the food off of the table. He says it's what your family deserved, and she says, well, you're just showing your true character. Pedro is saying her family started the fight, and she's saying that he started it, and if it was such a hostile environment, he should have left. Then Colt jumps in, and because they're arguing, and Colt is like, let Pedro talk. You're not even letting him talk. And Chantal is like, I thought I told your beanbag ass not to talk to me. She didn't say beanbag, but she should have. And he says that he's just trying to let him talk because obviously Chantal doesn't care. So we see the footage of Pedro dancing. We see all the footage. We see the footage of him saying, put the problem in the drink. We see all of that. Like, seriously, we see Pedro say about Coho, she looking well tonight. We see all of it. We see Pedro's mama and sister toasting each other, talking about Chantal is gone. Like, we see all of that. All of it. And Chantal is crying. And he's like, well, we already talked about that. She said, yeah, but I never seen that. He's like, Chantal is like, so is this why you really didn't want me to come? Because you were talking to hoes. He says that he never cheated on her. And Paolo says to Pedro, I'm a big fan of yours, okay? I've always rooted for you and y'all relationship. But this out of order. You out of order for this one. And Pedro says, but it was just a dance, blah, blah, blah. Then all of a sudden, Chantal's parents come on the screen. And Pedro said, what? And he got up and left. And they talked to, oh gosh, I can't stand them. They talked to Chantal's mother, and she says something about the theory of relativity. The theory of gravity, and the apple don't fall far from the tree. And when Lydia, is that her name, Lydia? Pedro's mother said that she would have beat up everybody that was there. And then Pedro comes back, and Pedro says he doesn't want to be around those people. He says he never wants to apologize to her family. He said that when he was out. Then he came back. And he's like, okay, whatever. Yeah, let's move this along. So they show the footage of the family, and that's when her mother says what she says. I really don't care about them. Karen, her mother, says that Nicole and Lydia are in Pedro's ear. Pedro says that doesn't make any sense. Pedro says your family never cared for me. Pedro says it's almost been 4 years and your family doesn't trust me and called the police on me after the incident. Then they ask about the incident, or the host asks about the incident, and if Nicole really did deserve to get her tracks pulled out. Chantal says, yes, she did deserve to get her weed snatched out and, nuck if you buck, basically. Chantal says your mother said that she didn't want me to have me in her home, and then I still had to go to the home, and my family has never not allowed you to be in their home. Sean asks if they can move forward. Pedro says that he wants to move forward. He wants to be there. Chantal says she wants to be there, and Pedro says that he feels very alone, and he feels depressed, and he doesn't even want to play his video games. But he does want to make this relationship work, because if he didn't, he wouldn't be there. And that's the whole episode. And what pissed me off is that Pedro and Chantal aren't going to be on the next part, because their, continuation series is going to start tonight. Y'all, I might do a live stream next week, because school should be over. Or I should only have one class left. So I will be able to, be calm and be cool and be collected. But I'm done. I've been on here for close to 40 minutes. So if you all like this review, you can like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and everything else you need to know about me will be in the bottom bar below. My name is Brielle. I make beats. I sing songs. If you like what you see. Bye.